Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is going to be Game 6, the final match of the tournament from last weekend. And we are playing against our worst matchup. We're playing against Zoro here. If I win this, I have a potential of getting into top 8 cut. And if I lose this, then we are out. So currently we're 3-2 before going into this match. Winning this would bring us to 4-2 and potential for that top 8. But yeah, worst matchup, Zoro. It's going to be a tough match. And I will say this. I just wanted to say before we get into the games that thank you so much to everybody for all the love and support recently. We just broke 400 subscribers on the channel, which is insane. And on top of that, a lot of people have been coming over, checking out the live Twitch streams. I really appreciate you guys. You know, where we're doing either old school RuneScape or even potentially some of the One Piece TCG. Just kind of depends on my mood of the night. But I just appreciate you guys and wanted to say thank you so much for all the support over the past couple of videos and everything. But we're going to hop right into it. And turn 1, he's going to put down Nami and look at 5 cards. He's got a couple of good options in there, but he picks up Sunny-kun. Looks like he bottom decked a Makino though, and I want to say it was another Nami, but I might have, it was pretty quick. I might have missed it. But I'll go ahead and throw down Garp on turn 1 for me, and Garp is absolutely phenomenal in this matchup. It just does an incredible amount of work, and I get tons of value for it. But I will go ahead and take that life. He throws down Nico Robin. And, you know, it's not like Nico Robin's a huge threat in this matchup, but she does counter out my Garp. And that's something I would like to deal with. So, we have 4 Dawn. I believe I have a Kobe in hand, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like we have a Kuzan, a Sengoku, a Suru, 2 of the Sakazukis, and an Isuka. So, actually, no... So it's a little unfortunate, but it's looking like no Kobe. But I am going to bring her down to 1 here. Oh, I see what I'm going to go for. I'm going to use leader ability to bring her down to 0 and put 2 on Garp, swing 5 at life, KO the Nico Robin, and then swing 7 at life as well. So honestly, probably one of the better plays I could do. I get the value out of Garp. You know, he's probably going to die next turn, but I'm okay with that. I get the value out of Garp, and simultaneously, you know, I get to take care of that Nico Robin. So I'm okay with that. I got 2 life, and he'll get rid of it next turn. It's okay. But he's going to... excuse me, I pass over turn. He's going to go into his stage and slap 1 Dawn under Zoro. Pretty much the good start of any Zoro turn right there. And then kind of plan out, you know, what his method of attack is. And he's going to rest 1, maybe put down that Sunny-kun. No, he's going to play down Magara and bring Nami up to 6 here and swing. I'll take the life. And it looks like we picked up a Sengoku and then drew into a Greater Eruption here. But with 6 Dawn up, I know that I can get rid of the Nami since he already has another 1 cost on the field for me to get value out of. But I am going to play Sakazuki, and I'm going to trash... I'm assuming Greater Eruption, but I'm not sure if I'm like trying to keep that. In this matchup, Great Eruption isn't that great. It's card draw, but at the same time, like I'm bringing something down by 2 cost, and nothing in his deck is really over, you know, about 5 cost, other than, you know, probably Whitebeard. That's realistically the only other option that, you know, I would need that card for, other than the card draw right there. But he is going to play Makino here. Potentially rest her and bring Magara up to 6. Yep. So he's going to bring her, Magara up to 6. Let's see if he swings for 6 or if he goes for 7. It looks like he's going to be a little annoying and go for 7. I mean, I don't blame him. But, oh, he's going to go for 9. He's really trying to get some early life out of me. So I don't think I'm trying to counter out of 9. I'll probably just take the life. But I am thinking about it because with 2 Dawn active and, you know, with that means, that tells me that he's really trying to be aggressive and end this game as quickly as possible. So it is kind of you know, a tough decision, but I choose to take the life here. And, yeah, it looks like we picked up a Kobe, which is kind of convenient. Kobe is an incredible card against this matchup. You know, Kobe and Garp are lifesavers, and he is going to play the Sunny Coon. And so now this is kind of interesting. I remember during this match that, oh, I guess he just didn't rest his leader, but he just swung for 7, or excuse me, 6, and I just countered out of it. But yeah, we had to call over someone to answer the question for us because I didn't know. I didn't know the answer. Was if you swing with Zero using Suru against Makino, would the swing still count? So this was kind of a learning moment for me. Was we had to confirm with a couple people if you could do that, because I personally thought that it would be fine, but at the same time, I didn't know if you could swing if you don't have power, if you only have 0, you know, rather than like, do you need at least 1k? Yeah, so we were asking, you know, the judge here, and he was like, yeah, totally fine. He was like, it's totally fine. So I'll swing 0 at Makino, which is so great. I got value out of Suru being on the board. I'm like beyond happy about that. But yeah, it was just kind of an interesting thing. So if you didn't know that for the future, now you know, those zeros, you can still use them. But we want to deal with the Sunny-kun and the Magra if possible, potentially get a blocker down, but I am gonna swing for 7 on the Magra, swing for 7 at life, and I choose to use 2 to Meteor Volcano the Sunny-kun, and we put down Hina for the blocker. And Hina is not that bad in this matchup, but it's also not great. In my previous deck profile, I was saying that I was playing Hina to counter a lot of the aggression in red, and it does its job, but it's one of those cards that I think that I eventually took it out of the deck. I eventually took it out because I felt like I was using it more for the 1k counter than I was using it for the actual card ability itself, or it was just getting blown up on field. So I've chose to opt and go for something a little different. And I'll probably do an updated deck profile in the near future. But at the moment, he does put down Whitebeard, swings for 7. I will counter out of it. And now we're at 10 Dawn. He does have the Whitebeard. But I have a pretty good board state right now. I feel very confident in my position. However, as confident as you feel against red is not always a good thing. You know, you never know when they're just going to have an infinite amount of rush cards in hand or all kinds of things that will just answer what you thought was going to be the perfect play. But I do, you know, take my time a little bit here and just think about this. And I was thinking, you know, okay, is this 3k? Does he have something that can bring Hina down next turn? You know, and I think I got a little too in my head about that exactly, that I went with a play that I kind of messed up on here. I was trying to organize my Dawn so that I had the right swing that I wanted to do this in the right order, and I kind of messed it up a little bit. We go with, because he's at 7k right now because of Whitebeard's effect, so I choose to go for a big swing with Sakazuki, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so we go 7 at life, and he is gonna counter out of that. Interestingly enough, I think he countered out with 2 cards. I'm not sure why, but I choose to go for 11 here. He takes the life. I didn't put a Dawn underneath Hina there, and you could see me slam down Hina. I was, you know, I'm not being rude to the guy. I was just upset. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that I forgot about Jet Pistol being in life, and it just took care of Hina. And now at this point, I'm kind of sweating him potentially having lethal, and I think that there was a better way that he could have played this, but he decides to go for 11 first, and I will take that. And yeah, I definitely think there was a way better order of operations that he could have done this. But you know, he went with the best of his knowledge, and he is gonna put 4 underneath Zoro, which brings him up to 9. He's about to swing 9 at life, and I'm like, oh god. Like I might have the counters in hand, but I think that if I remember correctly, at the moment I literally have 2K counters in hand. So, you know, he's now swinging for 9. He's got 6 Dawn left, so I'm thinking, what are his options? His options are playing down 5-drop Rush Luffy and swinging for 8, but more likely having 3-drop Rush Zoro, swinging for 9, right? Takes 3 to play him, and then he puts 3 underneath him, Zoro ability, and he's got 9K swing right there. So I'm going to have to take this life, probably hope that I get a counter. I'm really shooting myself in the foot for not having put a Dawn underneath Hina last turn. But, yeah, I'm going to end up taking the life. And he is going to play 3. And he's going to go 9 at life with Zoro. And we're going to counter out for, you know, bringing us up to 10K there. I draw. He's got 1 life. I feel like a breath of fresh air just came over my body. I'm like, oh my god. I just survived that. I feel good. I'm in a commanding position now. All I have to do is close it out this turn, and we win. And I put 2 under Kuzan immediately. I was like, I am not getting jet pistoled again. Not making the same mistake twice. But I choose to go for 9 here. So we do 9 at life. And this is a really nice guy that I'm playing against. And he counters out. But he countered out incorrectly, and he corrected it himself. He rectified it. He countered it out right there for 4K, which only brings him up to 9. I didn't notice it. I thought it was a Makino that he just used, but it was a Magra. So always got to be very careful. You know, he was super kind and went, oh shoot, you know what? I did that wrong, and realized he had to do Otama, and Magra to go to 10. You know, and it's really sportsmanlike of him to do that. I gave him the thumbs up. I was like, oh, thanks. I actually thought it was a Makino. So, and yeah, but now it's kind of bad for him because I know his last card. So I swing for 7 and then swing for game. And GG. You know, what a match. You know, Zoro's the hardest match for Smoker, in my opinion. So I always feel good when I can take home a dub. But yeah, we're 4-2, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to give you the sad news now. Unfortunately, we got 9th place this tournament. We did not make top cut, so I don't have any of the top cut videos that we would be playing in. But I will be for sure making it in the future, and I appreciate you guys as always, and I hope you guys have a good one. Until the next time, peace.